morning, students. Students, yesterday in the previous class we have done about the evolution of men, how from mammals primitives come, then the Australopithecus, then how from Homo they are having we are having three divisions, that is Homo Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and Homo sapiens. Okay, yesterday from the previous class, I have told about the how humans are actually evolved. So see, look at this picture. I was at that time I was not able to, but I have pasted one picture over here. This is picture A. It belongs to an ape. See the jaw portion and the skull, the upper part, the brain part, basically the upper part. In obviously in ape we will be having, they would be having lesser brain capacity, because through evolution brain sizes increases. Okay, see in B, it belongs to a species Australopithecus. Okay, now see the jaws. Okay, and see this curve also, where you are finding arrows. See, now this is decreasing. Okay, now this is now look at C. It belongs to a species Homo erectus. Homo erectus, as what is it? What was it? It was an upright man. See, you can imagine the body, body parts also. Just if the skull is like this, then means how the body would be. Okay, obviously in C you can find that the body would be straight. Okay, now see the D1. It belongs to a species known as Homo sapiens. Okay, means modern human. And Homo sapiens, as I already told you, that it means what? The thinking wise man. Homo sapiens are the wise men. Okay, this actually I want to show. And one more thing about the precision grip we were talking about. See, this is I was talking about. Okay, now see, here the picture A, it shows the precision grip of chimpanzee. See, he is not the chimpanzee is not able to hold the stone or anything. He is not able to, because why? Because the precision grip is not so high. Okay, but as the evolution comes, and so the precision grip increases. Okay, she not able to, he or she is not able to actually hold anything, because its fingers are folded. Okay, now B, picture B, it is a precision group of hominid. Okay, so in hominid, obviously hominid will be able to hold it, but not in such a way that as we do. Okay, and see, it shows the human hand. See what, even if a small needle also we can hold, so we are having more precision grip. Okay, now see, our today's topic, we would be studying about the positive feedback mechanism, and then we would be studying about the evolution of humans, that from where they have come. In that also there are two arguments. Okay, we would be going through it. Now see, the positive feedback mechanism. Some of the features or development in the anatomy of early human beings favored or shaped them to become modern human beings. These developments are together called positive feedback mechanism. See over here, what is it said? That some of the features or development in the anatomy of early human beings favored or shaped them to become a modern human being. Okay, for example, if we as we are talking about the hands over here. Okay, so over here, earlier the fingers were turned, so it was very difficult for them to hold anything, due to which they cannot even make good quality of tools. Okay, but gradually, through evolution, their precision grip increases. Now they are able to handle a small thing also. So these changes are in a positive side. Okay, and due to which, other works are also done. Okay, so through one change, when you are able to do another thing. or okay, and from that another thing can happen, that is actually the positive feedback mechanism. I'll explain you, wait. See, bipedalism or upright walking help us to less use less energy for hunting. As earlier people were what, they were quadi they were they were walking with their four legs, okay, but gradually what happened, gradually they were walking, then they become bipedal locomotion was there, and because of this what will happen, their two hands will be free. Okay, they would be if the two hands are free, they will be precisely making the tools, and that too, through evolution, gradually what will happen, then precision grip will be there. Now they will be now people are handling pen, needle, everything. Okay, so by this, in tool making also, mobile weapon they will be able to make. Okay, mobile weapon means everyone would be knowing that earlier, see students, what happened, that the stone, that the tools were made, just imagine a stone, it is divided into two half, and the one half then again divided into two parts. Suppose part A and part B, a stone has been divided. Then part A is divided into A1 and A2. Just imagine it, okay? So when what they were doing, they were taking B stone as a base, taking A1, taking, or they have made A1 as a hammer, okay, and they were then precising the A2 stone, okay, understood, hope so. Okay, later on what they did, they started making blades, then axes were made, and then arrows were made, and that arrows obviously they can use those tools, very far sighted they can use, means if they are going to the hunting and all, they can use it from a distance. Okay, that is mobile weapon, understood. Now see, bipedalism or upright walking help to use less energy for hunting, carrying infants, and making and using weapons. Okay, from bipedalism, as we became bipedalism, two hands are free, as I told you. So they started hunting. They starting carrying infants, because earlier they were not able to, but now they are carrying their infants also, their newborn babies also, making and using weapons. Now flexibility in hands and fingers enabled hands to free for carrying infants or objects. In turn, as hands were used more and more, running became easier. As the hands were free, they are saving their energy, and due to which, the running becomes easier. For example, if you if you have a running competition with the dog, you will find, if you run in a proper manner, a time will come when dog will stop. Why so? Because all the energy, dog are quadrupeds, so all the energy of the dog is wasted. But in humans, they are bipedal, so energy has been saved. Okay. Now, growth in the size of the brain help for thinking, memorizing, planning, and realizing to make new attempts for further development. Whenever there is a growth in size, obviously, if, as evolution occur, their brain capacity is increasing. So obviously, when the brain capacity will increase, their thinking capacity will increase, their memorizing power will be increased. Now they can plan, because earlier, what we are, basically we are like animals. Okay, if we see the early humans, they are like animals only. So animals do not have as such memory, they used to forget everything. But as the brain size is increasing, now we are able to memorize, which is helping in what, for example, suppose a person is hunting, okay, and if he's hunting, he's able, his shot actually missed. Okay, so from next time he will be memorizing all the things, all the deeds, whatever he has done. So the next time he will not do those things. Okay, so these things help in planning them, okay, for their further developments. Okay, now visual surveillance improved in early humans. It favored for long distance walking, search food, find animals, and many more works. As you know, through visual surveillance means when they are walking with two legs, so what will happen means they are straight now, and if they are straight, they can easily see, their vision is clear. Okay, so they are able to see their prey in a uh, in a very convenient manner. Okay, so due to which what will happen in jungles, they are easy, it will be easy for them to search food. Okay, find animals. Oh. Okay, now see over here in your book also this diagram, this flowchart is there. The positive feedback mechanism. The arrow pointing towards a box indicate the influence that shape that particular development. See, increase in size and capacity of brain. This will happen. Okay, then if the increase is there, they can make means, good tools they can make, mobile weapons they can make. Then see over there, hands freed for using tools and carrying infants and objects. If their hands are free, now they can use tools, carry their infants and object anything. Okay, now hands, when they when their hands would be free, it is, but obviously they would be in an upright posture they would be. And due to it, what happened, visual surveillance is there, long distance walking while foraging and hunting will be there. Okay, so all these are what, they are giving positive feedback, they are complementing each other, so it is known as positive feedback mechanism. Okay. Okay, now see, now the second is second topic is the replacement and the regional continuity model. Now there are basically two arguments that from where they have came. Okay, what is their origin? Okay, so it has been divided into two parts. Like first is regional continuity model with multiple regions of origin. Some of the archaeologists they argue that they are not having the same origin. Okay, they are, actually they are they are not having the same origin, means that wherever the skull was first found as in Africa, so they are not only originated from there only, their growth rate was different. Okay, see, the regional continuity model, the Homo sapiens originated in different regions and gradually evolved at different rates in modern humans. Okay, means what, that they are saying that they are they are actually from different regions, they were there. Okay, like in history also, where we see the timeline. Okay, so it is not like that, that if suppose in Patna it is said that fire is invented, but it is not necessary at that point of time. In America, I'm just giving an example. Okay, it is not necessary that in America the fire must be invented at this time only. Might be they would be according to that, there would be an evolution. But right now at this point of time in Patna, we are they we have invented fire, but over there it not might be. Okay, like that only, it is saying the Homo sapiens originated in different regions, they have been originated in different regions, different continents. Okay, and gradually evolved at different rates in the modern humans, at their own rate they have evolved. Okay, the theory is based on regional differences in the features of present day humans, such as color of skin, height, color of hair, etc. Why it is saying like this? Because different people they are having different color, different height they are having. Okay, according to those who advocate this view, these dissimilarities are due to difference between the pre-existing Homo erectus and Homo sapiens populations that occur the same region. Now it is saying that why this actually differences are there. Why? Because our ancestors are like that. Okay, so our ancestors means what? Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, they are like that. Their they are having the different growth rate, so obviously their next generation would be like that only. Understood. Now, the replacement model. The human beings first originated in the single region, and from there they have migrated. Simple. Now, human beings, they have been originated in a single region, that is Africa, and from there they have been migrating to other places. Means from Africa they have went to Europe, South Asia, North Asia. Like this, they have migrated. Okay, now in this theory, what basically it says that, it is in the favor of that if one form will end, then only the new form will birth. Okay, those who support of this view take the evidence of the genetic and anatomical homogeneity of modern humans, such as two hands, legs. Now the people who are supporting this model, they are giving the argument that genetically, all are same. Genetically all are same means anatomically means all the people, they are having one heart, two kidneys. Okay, so all two legs, five fingers, all are same. Okay, and the difference which the first argument was saying about the height, about the color, like that, it is due to the habitation, wherever they are residing in their, due to that habitation, actually they are having differences. For example, if we talk about India, in India, if we go to the mountain areas, okay, the people are actually small height. Okay, why so? Because they have to climb the mountains.